Whitney, how are you, friend?
Friend, I am here. How are you?
I'm great. I'm claiming it. I am fantastic. I was having a weird day this morning, but not anymore. It's all good. Life
Are
is
we in
great.
Leo season?
We are now. Why would you? Yes, don't you
Because
feel?
I had to bring the energy back for you.
Yes. We are in fact in Leo
Mhm.
season. And your favorite Leo, not just your favorite Leo, but the listener's favorite Leo, has a birthday coming up, and I'm so excited.
Hey,
I'm turning 26 years old again. So,
again.
yeah, it's going to
You just
be,
keep you just keep doing this every year.
yeah, I figure I'll just
What
keep
did
turning
Michelle Obama?
26.
Girl, hello, Queen. Girl, you've done it again.
Yes, yes,
Turn 26.
I'm doing it again.
Mhm.
What you been listening to, Whitney?
Renaissance.
Oh,
I so randomly while my kid has been napping, I have to do little things to make me happy because I dive too deeply into the mess and the foolishness of humanity, and I'm like, you need to do more things to make you happy. Dancing makes me happy, and
dancing
so
is good.
randomly I turn on Heated or Cuff It or I'm That Girl, and I just be walking around here with my fan, just clicking it, just like cleaning up dolls and toys, washing dishes. You'll just hear a fan click just randomly in my house. Um, it's foolishness. But I we deserve joy, and Renaissance is joy. So,
Renaissance is indeed joy.
mhm.
100%. It's funny because I feel like lately music doesn't stay with us as long, but
Mm.
an album that I listen to at least one song from every single day, two albums that I listen to songs from every single day since they came out are Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and Big Steppers and the Big Stepper
Mhm.
and Beyonce's Renaissance. Because whenever I'm in my wife's car and she's driving, she's listening to Renaissance.
It's
It's
Renaissance.
it's that album is really staying with me.
It has staying power.
It does have staying power. It's really good. I just added something to our notes. I'm going to surprise you with it. We'll get into it in a second.
There's always so many
There
surprises.
are so many surprises, but this one is quite ridiculous, so we're going to talk about it.
They're always so ridiculous.
I've been listening to Pink Raise Your Glass, and nothing's ever known
Pink.
with yes. What did Pink do? Oh God, is she
Nothing.
like racist or
Nothing wrong
something?
with
Because I
Pink.
don't have time.
No, 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 no. We no, we love Pink.
I
It's
have
just
a
we
reason.
haven't talked about Pink before.
We
That's why
haven't.
I was surprised. There's a surprise. There you go. But this is
So
not ridiculous.
Whitney and I at very different times went to go see Moulin Rouge,
Hmm.
the Broadway show and spectacle. And one of the mashups, because it has many fantastic mashups in this show. One of the mashups was um what is it? Wait, hold on. I want to get this straight. Bear with me for 2 seconds while I do my research. So the mashup is Shut Up and Raise Your Glass.
Yes,
But
that was a great one.
okay, so again, the backstory, the reason why I've been listening to Pink Raise Your Glass so much lately is because, of course, I downloaded the soundtrack after seeing the show because the show was phenomenal.
Oh my God. So
You,
amazing.
if you have an opportunity
Go,
to catch the traveling
go,
Broadway show Moulin Rouge in your city or
just go.
town, please go. Your money will not be wasted. You will sing and dance the entire time. It's a
I've
really
never
good
done
show.
that before at a Broadway show.
Uh,
Never.
and I sang when I say I sang and I danced the whole time, and I was
Whole
sitting
time.
next to a gentleman on my right who I think he initially came to the show because his wife dragged him. It was giving, I don't really want to be here. She
Oh
made me put
no.
on a nice shirt, but he was having a good time. And
Yes.
he kept saying, he was like, "Oh, I know this one too. Oh, I know this one too. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I know this one too." I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everything is in the soundtrack from covers of Rihanna songs,
Mm-hmm.
Elton John songs, Pink songs. I mean, the soundtrack is
Everywhere.
incredible. But because I've been listening to the mashup, it forced me to go revisit Pink's Raise Your Glass. So it's been on a bunch of my cleaning playlist and workout playlist, and just I'm in the house and it's too damn hot outside playlist.
So damn hot outside.
Pink's Raise Your Glass and Beyonce's Renaissance. I know the girls are all in Renaissance mode because everybody's going to the show. We are still gently encouraging Whitney to pick a city and go.
I want to go to New Orleans.
You should go to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
What you should do is you take your sister to New Orleans. No. Hear me out. You take your
that Negro is not going anywhere on a plane.
Wait, your sister doesn't fly?
We will talk about this offline.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. That's fine. We respect family and boundaries here. Anyway, I was going to recommend that you take her and then you have a built-in sitter and then you feel safe and secure, which is what I encourage all mothers to do who are in that weird stage where it's like, I can't be away from my baby for more than 20
I'm gonna hand her right. There's a whole bunch of people that prove themselves very capable of taking care of my 2-year-old if she doesn't take care of herself, which she is becoming very, very able to do. I'm like, oh my God. Look at those firstborn like girls. Yes. They will survive.
Yes, we will.
Yes. The second-born girls, they're a mess. Second-born girls, what is even happening in the planet?
You're not being kind enough to yourself.
No. Mess.
Oh my God.
Mess.
You're not a mess. You know what is a mess?
What's up? What are we talking about?
So, can we talk about aliens not being on my bingo card?
They were on mine.
They were on yours. They were definitely on your
Central
bingo
Square.
Card. Yes.
I put a little UFO.
Yes. They were on your bingo card. I still have the resurgence of dinosaurs, like a Jurassic Park theme on my
back the mammoth.
That's
because
why
they wanted mammoth fucking meatballs. What in the weird?
Why it's on my bingo card, but aliens was not. So I gotta give a little brief backstory because I don't feel like this is big enough news, but also it can't be big enough news because we got enough shit going on. Like the aliens need to read the room. The best time for you to show up would have been like spring of 2019. You missed your boat.
They're here to help the climate crisis. They can come. If they have a stimmy with them, I'm going. Let's go. Let's go. What? I want another stimmy.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If they can just get me off of this planet that's melting, the ocean temperatures are hitting 100 degrees. That's why the orcas are pissed.
The fish are washing. Did you see the seals?
Yes.
The seals are charging people on the beach.
Seals are like,
the otters are stealing. The otters
in the water.
People's surfboards.
Yes.
They said drown, bitch.
Because the water is hot. They will knock you off your fucking boogie board and sleep on your boogie board. There was a whale terrorizing local surfers. But think about it. What would you do if your house, which is a normal good climate and temperature, started heating up to 100 degrees? If you were sitting in a house right now that was 100 degrees, you would be ready to hurt somebody. Mm-hmm. You might hit a boat or knock a nigga off their surfboard.
That's fine. It's their fault.
The tagline from the Associated Press reads, and I quote, whistleblower tells Congress the U.S. is concealing multi-decade program that captures UFOs.
Captures?
It continues with...
We're not letting them go?
No, we can't
send them. Free my nigger Blup Blup.
No,
free Blup Blup.
Good night, everybody.
That's not fair. Let them go. Yes.
You can't let them go once you capture them.
Free Blup Blup.
They don't have like rights or anything. I don't think they fall under the Geneva Convention.
Listen. Let them be. Let them go.
They're not even people, Whitney. They're not.
Started. I'm gonna fight for alien rights. They'll be next on my list. Like I said, free Blup Blup.
Not Blup Blup. The U.S. is concealing a long-standing program that retrieves and reverse engineers unidentified flying objects. A former Air Force intelligence officer testified Wednesday to Congress. The Pentagon has denied his claims. Retired Major David Grush, highly anticipated testimony before the House Oversight Subcommittee, was Congress's last foray into the world of UAPs, or Identified Aerial Phenomenon. Now, what I I don't know if aliens are real. I'm not even sure if I want to spend enough time thinking about if aliens are real, because what the fuck am I going to do about it if they are? I got nothing for them.
Do they want a grill? Like,
Right. Are they
what y'all want to
black?
do?
I've got
Are the
questions.
aliens black?
I
That would
wonder.
be wild if
That
we
would be
found out that we were just
interesting.
the black people were the aliens. It makes so much sense. That's why they treat us like this.
Wouldn't that be something else?
Well, take me with you.
Or what
So
if
Wakanda's a planet. That means we can go back.
we don't have to be here?
I'm taking my kid. We are going
And this is why we don't talk about aliens, because you see how the conversation spirals
to black
almost
people.
immediately. But I do think it's funny that this man, now he could legitimately be crazy. But I don't think a retired major goes out of his way to sit in front of a congressional subcommittee. That's high pressure. You're never going to be on a scarier stage than that.
I don't ever want to imagine.
And he's looking congressmen in the face and trying to get them to take him serious and saying that aliens and UFOs are real. I just love how we've kind of swept this under the rug as a news story, because the entire world is like, we can't deal with nothing else. So until the aliens literally fly down, meet in front of the White House or in Red Square, Moscow, or in front of 10 Downing Place or wherever the Prime Minister in London hangs out, I got nothing. I've got nothing. I do think it's interesting that not enough people are talking about this. It was a whole congressional hearing.
And we don't care.
It's like, what's
the overall sentiment of the humans on this earth are like, okay.
We announced a congressional hearing on aliens, and everybody's like, well, fuck it.
We done been through a lot, to be fair. We are exhausted.
Do you think we're shell-shocked? But it's manifesting itself as like a lack of concern and maybe a little bit of anxiety.
I feel like we're minimalizing what we are right now.
We have to.
We're all just doing our best.
We have to, and here's why. If a small segment of the population is dealing with things, we can all be like, these people are weird, but they're legitimately weird for a good reason, and we pray for them and we move on. If it's all of us, if it's the majority of us,
which it is, but we don't want to deal with it right now.
Nailed it.
Rent is sky high, and it's been 15 years since they raised the minimum wage, and they're not going to. They're not going to.
When you ask them, when you ask any elected official to raise the minimum wage, you get two responses. It's either, we should, but I don't think we can, or fuck y'all no. These are the only options when it comes to raise. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, individual states do it on a case-by-case basis, but we need a federal livable
I'm looking
wage.
at Joseph Robinette like, you could do this. I think. Can he do this?
Not really, but he can push the issue. He can push the issue.
Joseph Robinette, like,
make it happen.
Busy
today.
Get busy.
Are we gonna talk about Mitch McConnell having a stroke?
Speaking of the aliens, I think his short-circuited. Like he was trying to, I can see him in the brain right now. What in the hell is going on? Grabbing all the levers and bricks.
His whole screen froze. It was like he ran out of minutes in the middle of his speech.
No.
So Whitney is a mature person.
No, I'm not.
You are, and I'm gonna tell y'all how Whitney. I told you
I believed in Wakanda as a planet.
I'm going to explain to y'all how Whitney is a mature person.
Davy Jones's locker. That's all I have to say. I am not mature.
When I read on Twitter that Mitch McConnell short-circuited, and he was in the middle of a speech. He was in the middle of a press conference, and he literally just froze. And if anybody remembers when, what's that really tall lady? Wendy Williams had her episode where she just kind of froze up and kind of collapsed. Well, Mitch McConnell just froze. And I think if his eyes had gotten big or something, he literally just like his body powered down, but his eyes were still open.
Wide open.
So, of course, I went to go send this to Whitney, and I realized she had already noticed it. And she said something kind to the effect of, while we all hate Mitch McConnell, I don't wish a stroke on that man. And she
Not
hopes
you
he was
reading my
okay.
post.
And I was thinking in my head, I don't even know
Oh.
how we became friends because
Oh!
Mitch McConnell, even
All
if I
right.
think it, he's the last person I'm sending well
All
with.
right. Can I have the floor for a
You
moment?
may.
Old people have my heart.
Oh.
Little kids and old people have my heart. And Mitch McConnell is like the worst of the worst of the absolute worst, and we know he's going to get well taken care of because he has health insurance.
Good
Unlike
health insurance.
the majority of us out
The
here.
majority of his constituents.
Well, that too. He's a wicked, wicked, wicked man. And I feel like whatever befalls him is the life that he's earned. However, there's those moments are really scary for me. They're
They
just
are.
scary. I can't watch a person go through stuff like that. And then my empathetic heart, I'm like, oh my God, somebody who loves him just saw this and they're like losing their shit because it's pop to them. I know he's wicked. I know he's evil. I understand that. I get that. Wicked evil man, and I cuss him out regularly. It was just in that particular moment, this particular one, that particular isolated individual moment, I felt bad.
That's fine. I respect you.
Just that one.
You are a good Christian woman.
I am not.
You are. Well, I'll put it like this. You are a better, more well-rounded Christian woman that I even aspire
Now, when
to be.
Black people say that, that's an insult.
No, I'm not being insulted.
No. I know that you're not. But when Black people say, "Oh, you better than me," that's an insult.
Girl, because when I saw the clip, the first thing I yelled out loud was, "That motherfucker is not real!" Because it looked like somebody hit the pause button. I was in here hooting and hollering. I was crying.
Wait, somebody put Beyonce going and look around, everybody on mute. Over it.
See, this is the kind of content
From the concert.
But you got Whitney out here sending thoughts and prayers. I was like,
no, I saved the foolishness for the group chat. That's not public. That's not for public consumption.
As
with y'all.
And that only validates the fact that you're a celebrity because
you
are.
Not.
You are. You're a good person.
Not.
And you're a celebrity.
Not neither one of those things.
I can't have you get canceled. So I need you to
everything's fine.
Be the great person that you are. But I saw that and I was like, that motherfucker is not real.
When you said that to me, I died. I nearly died. I was like, I'm always in the middle of drinking something whenever you do that. And it just, I always drown. And that's not okay. I'm tired of drowning, Rita. You have to stop drowning me.
Between that and somebody sending me a picture of your boyfriend.
No!
Why am I drawing a blank on that man's name?
Jonathan Majors.
Yes, Jonathan Majors.
Looking like he
they said he was dressed like a Negro baseball player, and then somebody called him Satchel Paige.
He did. He looked like he just put somebody's carburetor in.
Why does he keep dressing like a sharecropper?
I don't know why. I don't know what I.
Is there a segment of the population of straight women who find that attractive?
No, girl.
Sharecroppers?
I don't know what's happening. I think he's taking that civil rights era, like looking. You know how we say he was civil rights good looking? I think he's taking that a little too seriously. I think he might be. I don't. That's not what we meant. We meant like Malcolm X in the suits. We didn't mean like
the good brown suits. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Brown must have been the suit color choice at the time.
I mean, we're always down for the brown.
Them African Americans wore more fucking brown suits than the law should have ever allowed. But yeah, I saw him dressed like that, and I immediately, of course, because I'm not a good person, I sent it to Whitney, his ex, because
girl.
She needed to see that. I just was hooting and hollering. It was a disaster. A real
He did not.
disaster.
I don't know what's happening with him.
Midlife crisis. He's been accused of awful things, and then there's awful things against white women. So, yeah, it's rough. I'm sure you saw Carly Russell came out, and I don't want to step on your toes before. Let's get into your problematic people. Let's do that.
She was on the top.
Okay, well, let's go.
She was on the top. This is gonna be one of those moments where you're like, "Oh, Whitney, you're such a good person." No, I'm not. This is not one of those moments. I all right, Carlinda. That's not that woman's name. Carly, hey girl. No man is worth it.
God ain't made one yet.
There is not a peen on this planet. And I know sometimes peen takes us to a place. I'm speaking strictly as a straight. Peen takes. I killed Marita. I'm sorry, Rita. Come back to us, Lazarus.
I'm sorry.
There isn't a peen on this planet, and I'm married to one. And that, just leave. Just like tell your parents, I'm taking a weekend away. I'm going to the beach to clear my head, and then go. Girl, you get ready to get kicked out of your sorority. You done lost your job. You done lost national respect. Like national respect. People who didn't even know you. People who were like, and then I found out they're not refunding the GoFundMe's. Like people had progressively. And I feel bad because this feels like a call for help, like a cry for help. As far as people like wanting to seek justice like against her, I'm like, she should get exactly what them white women get when they lie.
Nothing.
Not a damn.
A
damn.
They get a pass.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen y'all complain about police manpower and
Ever.
Okay, because don't get me started, black people. Talk about police manpower. You're wasting police manpower. You know what? You know what else is a waste of police manpower? Buying a fucking tank. Why do we have tanks for citizens? Like, why do we have that against the citizenry?
Because
they
don't
seem like a free nation
state. We are a free nation. We are a military state. Sugarfoot.
Clearly. But Carly, I want you to get the help that you need. I need you to get the help that you need. You could turn this into a Lifetime story and make some bank. You could turn this into a book. This could be turned into all sorts of things. But first you need to get some help. And apologize to that job of yours for taking their things.
Whitney, I can't fucking do this with you.
I'm sorry. She did take their things. Did she not take their things? Am I wrong?
Don't make me laugh. It's too hot.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I refuse to apologize.
She took their rope and their toilet paper. How fucking
you need to apologize. And if not the toilet paper, don't give that back. But like, send them some money, honey. Like, why would you take their rope? Robes are like, you can buy a robe. Like,
you can. You went to Target. You went to Target.
Target has beautiful things. In fact, if this is not a plug, this is a plug, but this is not an ad. If y'all follow, there's a young woman on Target on Instagram and I believe on TikTok called Target While Black.
Oh God, what is
Follow her. She finds all the black brands in Target.
I love it.
She also has another account called Retail While Black where she follows like black brands that are in like big stores like Nordstrom, in your markets and stuff like that, black owned stuff. So yes, Retail While Black and Target While Black. Target has some great stuff because I just got Philly Print Company. They're amazing. They have a sweatshirt. It says Tubman University.
I'm in.
Baldwin University. I need both one of those. Large. $21. I said, give it to me.
I'm sitting here right now holding a Target gift card. Don't tell me that. I'm about to,
right there.
I'm about to clean Target out.
Go for it. Cause like when I say cheap, like cute things. I love Philly Printworks anyway, and I've been meaning to get some stuff, but like I wanted that. And I'm like, do you have these in like a kid size? Like I'm Target. Anyway, back to this. You went to Target. You could have gotten something nice from Target. You could have just gone to the fucking beach. Just gone. Like, you're looking at tickets to Nashville to run away. Honey, if you're running away, you got to go global. Go to Canada. Go to Mexico. Go somewhere outside. Like, what are we talking about here?
Going from one
Nashville?
state in the South to another state in the South is not running away,
You got to
Sugarfoot.
think bigger, honey. If you're going to commit crime, if you're going to crime, which I don't recommend, crime well, okay? You should have sat out and wrote this out, okay? You have to have your place settled, have your provisions already there. Like, you have to have paid an actor, something. Like, this is ridiculous.
Didn't consult with a good stage actress or nothing. She bought some cheeses, she snatched her wig off and ran into the woods with some crackers. And I have
which you could have done and told your we didn't have to come looking for you. People's grandmamas praying for you, crying and stuff.
For nothing. For fucking nothing.
You're all right.
I laugh at Whitney when she said there's no peen in the world, because I just thought this girl was trouble. As the story started coming out that she was doing this for her ex's attention, I, unlike Whitney, because I'm not nice. Once I was angrier once I found out it was over a man. And that is not the misandrist in me, because she could have been a lesbian. It could have been over a girl. And I'd have been like, it's too many bitches out here. And it's summertime. And you're a good looking girl. Go get 9 new niggas. 9 new niggas. ASAP.
You are a pretty AKA. Go take yourself
your network
to anyone's campus,
anywhere, and go get a new one. To snatch your own wig off and survive off crackers and toilet paper for 47 hours for a man who wasn't thinking about you,
girl.
And now he hates your guts.
Go to the beach. Go to the beach. Go. There's a 3-day cruise right now that you could have been on and back.
By now, right?
You could have had your 3-day Stella got her groove back moment, right?
It's fantastic.
5-day. Do something. Tell your people, hey, I'm feeling heartbroken. I really need some sun. And go. Go, girl.
Where were your sorors?
Where were your line sisters?
I just don't It's never going to make any sense. We're never going to get a good explanation out of her. But when they started speculating that it was about a breakup, I was like, this sick. This shit is sick. I think I'm gonna put a bug in the air for our next episode and see if we can solicit some stories on the stupidest thing you've ever done for a breakup or after a breakup. I think that's
I'm not participating in that.
If you guys are listening, hit our text line.
Don't do it.
At the Problematic Podcast, 267-225-4648, and text us the craziest things you've ever done to get somebody back. Who's next on your list, Whitney?
How much time do we have?
Enough. Go on ahead.
Jess Hilarious.
Oh God.
That's what I said. How much time do we have? Why are you caping for the bitch that busts into the month? Like, she busts into the door every month, beats us over the head with cramps, disrespects us, she's ruined beach trips, pool trips,
wedding
nights,
both of my proms, both of them.
For periods, Jessica, hilariousness, for real. I don't know. I have to add a little bit of more. I'm a little dramatic. I'm a player for the dramatic. Ma'am, are you really You know what I feel like this is? I feel like this is going to be being a little smart, and then I'll be a little funny later. This is Jess Hilarious's way of trying to enforce the caste system of saying, like, well, at least I'm a alleged real woman. And I'm not saying alleged because I think she's trans. I'm saying alleged because I hate the term real woman, because trans women are real women. Womanhood is not predicated upon if you can have a child or if you have a period. There's women who've gone through the change of life that are still women.
Right.
There's women who have decided not to have children that are women. There's women who can't have children that are women. There are people who don't have periods that are women. There's let's blow your mind here. There's non-binary and trans men who menstruate.
And my heart goes out to anybody who gets cramps every month. Jesus. And has to keep buying these Tampax products that keep going. The price just keep going up, and there's been a shortage lately.
Y'all don't buy honey pot?
No, I'm not.
The
I'm
honey
not even
pot
gonna
is great.
put that story online right now. It
Oh,
it was not good, but the products are fantastic.
oh, I
Honey
was
Pot,
like,
please sponsor us. It's not Honey Pot. Their
oh,
product line is fantastic.
fantastic.
I am not as fantastic. So we won't go into that story, but yes, I absolutely advocate for Honey Pot products. They've worked wonders for women, and they've been
Well, I'm sitting here
fantastic.
just like, do tell.
Oh no, not on air, but I'll talk about it. Not the product's fault though. Totally me.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Jess Hilarious. I feel like she's one of those people who is contrary for the sake of being contrary. This isn't her first time coming out and just saying things that I think she feels like they're raw and entertaining and engaging and almost like she's trying to say the clickbait. This was a horrible fucking take.
She didn't need to do this.
Please
She simply
stop
didn't
it.
need to do this. And it's like she's enforcing this caste system because she herself has people have attacked her with transphobic things. Um and she's like, it feels like this is like the one thing that she has, like my womanhood, and I can do this, and y'all are below me and beneath me, and you're not even real. Like that lady said, not that
This
lady.
motherfucker is not real. I hope she is doing okay.
I, I hope she's getting some of the mental health care that Carly needs. I'm sorry, I'm so rude. I'm sorry.
Not rude, very accurate.
But also mental health care. Jess, you carry your ass on over there too, because you need to realize that your womanhood is not threatened by a trans woman.
Ever.
Your womanhood is innate. And if these white supremacist colonial views of womanhood haven't taken away your womanhood because they were never even addressed to us anyway, and your womanhood is still intact, then a trans person was never going to take it down. And here's the kicks part: they don't want to.
Not their interest.
They don't care. They just want to feel
Go to work and mind their fucking business like the rest of us. And
and
you
have a good
literally
time dancing to Renaissance like the rest of us
have people giving them a hard time about it.
for existing. Girl.
Bye, Jess. And bye, Carly.
Bye, Carly.
Bye, Carly.
I'm looking forward to the Lifetime story and the interview with Robin. But that's all I got for right now.
All right. That's fantastic. We'll all be back. We always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. And we're back. Whitney, I need a name. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Pronouns?
She, her.
Gloria.
Gloria. Okay. Gloria wrote, I'm co-parenting my 7-year-old daughter with my ex. We split time, bills, and expenses without the courts, but he doesn't want to split the cost of camp because he says she doesn't need camp when she's with him. He works from home and his mother babysits when needed. His older daughter from a previous relationship is in camp and loves it. Would I be wrong if I make a big deal out of it, or should I mind my business and just send her on the days that she's with me this summer?
Why can't the baby go to camp?
Oh, no.
This seems like a cheap thing.
It could be a cheap thing. It could be he can afford one kid in camp. He can't afford another kid in camp. It could be, I work from home, so I put in the expense. I feel like there may be a valid financial reason. I don't know. However, I will say this. It seems like Gloria has a really good co-parenting thing here. And this might be one of the few things that they butt heads or disagree about. So I'm kind of torn here because
Mhm.
my thing would be ask more questions, because if your baby
Yeah,
wants to go to camp, but the camp is going to be inconsistent and you have to cover that cost all by yourself,
right.
like you have to pay the full rate for camp whether your kid is there or not,
They're not.
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
So it could be, she wants him to split the cost, but also the daughter gets the benefit of camp.
yeah,
But on the flip side of that, I'm like, you don't rock a boat in good calm waters. Meaning, if y'all got a good relationship and this is the one thing that he's like, nah, not necessary. She gonna be with me or she gonna be with her grandma during the summer. It's fine. Do you really go back and forth?
yes,
You're a parent. What
yes,
do you oh, okay. Go ahead, Whitney. Spicy
yes. I
Whitney.
am. I am. The kids make me spicy. Because our whole thing is that we want to maintain a consistent lifestyle for our kiddo. If she loves camp, if she's enjoying camp, if that's something that she does, and you're only paying for half of it, why not send the baby to camp? Just send the baby to camp. Okay. I know your mama's there. If your mama's not watching both kids, then why would you like that's gonna make the little kid feel weird. She's like, I don't understand why my older sibling goes to camp, but I don't go to camp when I could go to camp. And I go to camp when I'm with my mom, but I don't go to camp with my dad. Like that doesn't I don't like that. I don't like that. And I'm in a different spot. Like, yes, you don't rock the boat in calm water for most things. This particular one might be worth it because what is it saying to that younger sibling that their older sibling gets to go to camp and daddy doesn't mind providing for that, but for you, it does not? Now, it could be a good financial reason, but
Mm-hmm.
when you're that young,
You
you
don't
don't
understand that.
understand that. So it just looks like you have a favoritism thing. I'm not saying that you do. That's not
Right.
what I'm saying that Gloria's partner or former partner has. What I'm saying is what it's going to
Charles.
look
I'm
like.
calling him Mr.
All
Charles.
right, Mr. Charles. We're not saying that Charles is acting like that. What we're saying is that's what it's going to look like to the baby. So, for consistency's sake, I say send her. And you're only paying half. Like, if your guys are splitting it, like, split that thing. What's that
Yeah.
gonna mean to you? Like a few nights out that you don't get Wingstop. All right. But it's gonna mean everything to the baby.
It does. I 100% agree with you there. I feel like uh I want to say this the right way. I probably feel like it has more to do with his pockets
Mm,
than anything.
mm,
Because if you can cut the cost of camp from one kid, you may try to do that. Times are hard everywhere.
mm.
I don't know what the
I
cost.
agree.
However, like Whitney said, ask the kid.
Mhm.
Like I know there's some older millennials who just heard that and was like, kids don't have fucking opinions.
Yes, they
They
do.
do. They
I have
do,
a
and they
2-year
have
old with
feelings.
plenty of them.
She will speak her mind, raise her hand and be like, actually, no, because
She said actually the other day, and I nearly fell out on the floor. She said, I said, hey, what do you want for snack? And she said, apple. Actually, a banana.
see,
But
mm.
correct usage and
Yeah,
also another fruit, like in exchange. It wasn't like actually a cookie. It was like
she,
actually another piece of fruit.
she said what she said, and she wants what she
Guess
wants.
what she got? That banana.
I would say just ask the
Yeah.
child and be like, hey, baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're at mommy's, you go to camp because mommy has to go to work. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
at daddy's, daddy gets to be home with you. Would
Mm-hmm.
you like to go to camp when you're at daddy's too? And see what she says, because she
See what
could
she
be
says.
like, I fucking love grandmas. Because
Yeah.
that's what it was for me as a kid. I always wanted to be around my grandmother. Any
Oh.
opportunity for me to spend time with my grandma, even if it meant missing camp, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's wrong to, she's, wait, she's my phone and cut off. Wait a minute. And now I don't want to unlock. She's 7 years old.
Oh yeah, she got plenty of opinions.
She's
Ask
7
the
years
baby.
old. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
definitely old enough to be at camp, but also just old enough
It's
to,
summer.
yeah, but old enough to be home with your
Yeah.
work from home parent with, your
Yeah.
tablet or your TV or going out with grandma. So I get it.
Also, another thing to consider, most camps have a discount if you have multiple children.
That is true. That I
Mm-hmm.
do know for a
Most
fact.
camps will reduce the price. So that's something that you guys should look into if the baby's interested. Maybe the baby's just like what Rita's saying. Like maybe the baby's like, nah, grandma. because
Yeah,
we
you never
bake
know.
and we be watching the stories.
Right. The
The
stories.
stories. They're drinking tea and they're watching the programs.
But you're absolutely correct. So
Mhm.
that would be something to play into it. But I mean, you know who you're co-parenting with.
Mhm.
I think that co-parenting relationships should be inherently peaceful. I think we've
Yes.
all seen, I think more bad co-parenting stories get press and shine than the ones that are running
There's good
well.
ones. There's a
There
lot
are
of good ones.
there are a lot of good ones, and I
Mhm.
there and I hate to sound hesitant, but I never want to see people nitpick themselves into a tougher situation. I don't know this person. I don't know Mr. Charles, so I don't know if this is like a hotly debated thing. But
Right.
if you're asking, should you make waves or just leave it alone because maybe he has a good reason?
Right.
Maybe he does have a good reason. Or the reason could be, nah, she seemed happy home with me.
Right.
And she said, because I could see, like, if he has an older child from a previous relationship, I don't know how old that child is, but that child could be like 12, 13, 14. I don't know.
Right.
Might not be as comfortable sitting in the house while your parent is on, work
Zoom.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
So I could see why you might want to keep somebody a little older occupied. However, yeah, if you can approach it and keep things civil, then maybe say, "Hey, I'm a little curious about this because I see the benefit and I don't want my kid to be slighted," and center it on the kid.
Yeah.
And also ask the
Center on the
kid.
kid.
Ask the kid before you have the conversation with your dad, the dad, because I would hate for you to ask your daughter and your daughter be like, "I actually don't like this camp. It
Yeah.
smells funny and
There's mean
too many
people there.
crafts. It's too hot
Well,
at camp.
it's too hot. That could
It's
be, listen,
too
and that's relatable.
it's way too
The
hot at camp."
children are baking.
So, I mean, I think there's a conversation to be had there. I like letters like this because it doesn't sound like gender wars,
Oh, thank God.
because the
I'm
gender wars
so
are.
tired of y'all. Whose plate you gonna make first and who's gonna pay for the ice cream date? Like, go to hell.
There was a
No, 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 not another
no, no,
one.
no, 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 no. It was a hashtag. This isn't necessarily going into the gender wars, but there was a
Okay.
hashtag that comes around every month around this time called rent due. And people post funny memes to go along with the hashtag rent due. Like, rent due again, just paid it. Maybe it's better to live on the street. How am I going to take care of my dog? I work hard so my cat has a good life. Hashtag rent due. But this month, I saw a lot of people talking about, oh, you bitches need your rent paid, or hashtag you men want to split bills. And I was like, y'all are not going to turn high rents into the gender wars.
All
Everybody's
right.
rent is high. And people with mortgages who have purchased within the last 2 months, I'm here to tell you the mortgage rates are high because interest
Minimum
is going
wage
up.
has not budged in a
We are
decade.
not going to make high rents the source of a gender war.
Wealthy people
Everybody.
are regularly robbing from society. And you knuckle dragon, heavy thumb, knock kneed,
Slew foot, ashy ankle.
dizzy, dizzy people are arguing about who is going to pay for what. Somebody pay for something, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
everybody get together
Somebody
and figure it out. Then I saw,
like our parents and grandparents and great grandparents and our great grandparents did.
I
Figure
saw,
it out.
I saw another person going off, and this wasn't necessarily gender wars, but kind of was going in that direction.
Mm.
It was a young lady, I guess, complaining about how her 30-year-old whatever was too old to have roommates.
30-year-old
This third,
whatever.
but I guess it was a gentleman, maybe somebody she
Partner.
was potentially dating.
Oh,
Didn't
I was
matter.
like, not a child,
But
right?
it led into the conversation of, is 30 too old to have roommates?
Do
And
you
let me
see
tell
how
you this.
much everything costs?
If having a roommate means that you have a roof over your head,
Please,
I
please.
don't give a damn if you're 72.
Mm-mm.
Get a roommate.
Get a roommate.
If having a roommate means that you can afford groceries this week,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's not as fortunate as some other people. So me, where I am in life, I'm not going to admonish anyone for having roommates, for needing help, for splitting bills, for any of those things. Because I see what some of y'all are paying for rent. And I'm wondering where y'all getting the money from.
Feet pictures on OnlyFans.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can tell my feet pic story now.
Oh, wait. Circle back. Wow.
Going back.
That was, I forgot. I completely forgot about that. Circling
I did
back.
too.
Wow.
Okay. So this had to be in
Where's my
2016
water?
or 2017. I actually was showing my wife the picture the other day because I was saying, I was explaining to her that someone had solicited me for feet pics. So, quick story. I'm going to try and make this fast. I drive stick shift. I know how to drive a manual car, and everybody knows that when you drive a stick shift, it has 3 pedals. It has the clutch, the brake, and the accelerator. So I was dressed in a suit for work. I was going to work. I hopped into my SUV, and I had on these very cute reptilian print heels. So I decided, because I drive stick and I was very proud of that fact, to take a picture of my heels on the clutch and the accelerator, like, you know, I don't know, bad bitches drive stick shifts.
And
that was the energy. So I took the picture. Mind you, I had on heels. I took the picture of my covered feet on the accelerator and the clutch. And it got too many likes for me on Instagram. I was very confused. Child, listen, I opened my DMs and I had 3 to 4 solicitations from feet pic Instagram accounts asking me to one was, can you provide more content like this? Can we share this picture on our feet page? And then I had requests from like individuals asking me, would I take those same pictures without the shoes on? I was so fucking appalled by people's interest in my feet in this car pic that I took the picture down off of Instagram. I kept the picture. I still have the picture.
Oh my God.
Print shoes. However, I was so disturbed. And this is before OnlyFans became big. This is before the pandemic. This was before the jokes of people are selling feet pics, because I didn't think it was a thing. I didn't know that people sold those kinds of things. But it's funny because when it started getting popular again, I was like, you know, I know for a fact that this is real because I've had people, after posting my car pics, come and ask me for feet pics and offer me small sums of money to take.
Oh no, you deserve large sums of money.
I deserve large sums, but you know, creepers on the internet are like, I'll give you $30 if you paint your toenails this color and take that same picture with no shoes. Would you do it with stockings on? Can we share this to our page? I was like, this is the weirdest shit.
I mean, you know, make your money how you make it.
You know what was
I'm
the
not
weirdest?
Here to shame anybody.
I'm not here to shame anyone, but it was weird because again, now we know that it's a very niche sector of the market, but you got to think in 2017, 2018, I had no idea that there were people who would pay me, that there was even a market. There were people who would pay me to look at my feet on the internet. Very disturbing information. It would be like if somebody walked up and was like, girl, you got some sexy ass earlobes. Would you mind taking a picture with this kind? See, it's not inherently weird, but you're making a face because it's like,
I'm uncomfy.
And that's exactly what the hell I was. Now, in hindsight, I'm like, I could have been the first millionaire feet pic girl.
Rolling in the dough. Had like a Louboutin campaign.
I could have.
I really out here, out here.
I kept the pictures. I didn't keep them on. I should post them again on social media. I should post that same picture again and then show y'all the DMs that I get with them.
Yes.
And I'm taking the money this time.
Oh yeah, listen.
I'm definitely
post the Cash App, sis. Post it. Make your coin. What? I've been solicited. one day we're gonna have to have like a whole episode about this.
Solicitation episode.
This still blew my mind. There are white men.
Oh boy.
In my DMs.
Oh boy.
Who want me to tell them that they're racist, that they're bad, bad, bad boys. And I'm a married woman and a minister's wife, and I don't know how to deal with this. And I asked my husband, I said, how would you feel if I started?
I've met your husband. I've met.
He said, absolutely not.
No, but here go my wife. Well, did you send him the feed pics? Wife.
Coins.
Wife. She's like, listen, we got middle school tuition to pay.
Don't y'all wear the same shoe size too?
Tell we do. Now listen, I be telling her herself feet together, and then she'd be like, no, cause my career and just
nobody needs to know it's you. It's foot.
She has a tattoo on one foot that makes it recognized. Yeah. I don't, but I'm about to start getting my coins. I'm pulling this picture out again, and I think it's
very funny that we're doing this.
It's the social experiment. I'm glad that you found it funny because
I think it's hilarious.
Disturbed, but anytime somebody talks about feet pictures in a joking way, I'm like, damn, I fumbled a whole.
It's not too late, friend. It's 2023. Mm-hmm. I told you they're in my DMs right now. He said he was.
I don't see why you're not doing it.
He said, "I will send you $3,000 right if you get on Zoom. If you get on Zoom with me right now and tell me I'm a bad, bad boy." And I said, I blocked him instantly.
Whitney,
I said, "No,
you have a child. You need to call that man back. Find his number."
You imagine me being a dominatrix like that,
Whitney?
Like, you mayo? I don't know.
Whitney, they offering you $3.
You put raisins in your damn potato salad.
And I'm gonna call that man everything but what his mama named him for $3,000. I call people names for free. I call people names for free.
Come back. Earl gonna be looking for a church, and these people gonna be like, "No, wait a minute." My question's gonna be like, "I'm like, how you know? How you know that?"
Yeah, see, my wife's not gonna care about that. My wife's not trying to preach to nobody, and if she does, I will kindly let her know that that's not a good idea for us.
Y'all need to be safe.
That is incredible, Whitney.
I told you we need to have an episode.
$3,000, huh?
I blocked him though.
No, unblock him.
No, that's weird.
And then tell him you've raised your rate. Tell him the going rate is $4,800.
You know what? You are hilarious.
Schedule his Zoom call.
Can you imagine?
Yes. How rich you would be? Yes.
Ridiculous that is.
You could make 20 bands in 1 week because he's gonna tell his freak ass.
Why are we having this conversation on this podcast?
I support entrepreneurship. I support Black businesses.
This has been another episode of the Problematic Podcast.
Everybody, we're going to end it here because now I got to have a conversation with my friend and tell her to get her.
Absolutely not. We are ending it right here.
Y'all have a great week, everybody.
We adore you, wonderful humans. Thank you for listening to us be problematic and trash every week.
Every week. Check us out next week. We'll same time, same place.
Same trash.
Bye y'all.